Okay, I think I'm live. However, this time it looks way different than the last time I went live on a computer. So typically, it's like really big. I can see myself, but this time I don't know. Oh, there. Okay, great. Looks similar to how it's supposed to. And then if you are watching live, write live in the comments. If you're watching on the replay, write replay. So I know if you're either here live or if you're watching on the replay and you're catching it. And then, so I can see if there's comments or not. Make sure you write something if you're live, because sometimes the comment section is funny on my computer. I always go live. So if you're here because I invited you here, I always go live on my phone. But when I do these little chats, like I like to do it a little bit less energy than my live videos. If you're in my VIP group, you know that I bring my energy to these live videos. But I'm in my office now. I don't want to get myself all wound up before bed. And we're just here for like a fireside chat to talk about why Zyia, why now, why not, all those things. So this is just chat just to answer any questions that you might have about Zyia Active, about the possibility of being a representative with Zyia Active, joining the team. So if you're here, either I invited you or a representative that is on my team or sideline team invited you just to check it out to get more information about Zyia. So I'm going to get started. I don't see any of the comments, which makes me a little bit worried that I might not see them throughout. Sometimes technology does not always help, in situations like this. So it's okay. We'll keep playing it. I'll keep on going, and then if the comments show up and I'm able to answer them live, that'd be great. At the end, I'll try and do that. And if they don't show up, then I'll just write it down in the chat, in a comment afterwards. So welcome. Sorry, that was 2 minutes of really long nothing. I'm really sorry. It wasn't nothing, but let's talk about I wanted to introduce myself. So if you were invited here not by me, who I am, just a little more background. So I am a Zyia Active Independent Representative, obviously, Sarah Cook. I am a boy mom. I have 2 little boys. They're 8 and 5, and they may or may not be sleeping. Really hoping they are, because I'm right next door to one of the rooms and I didn't even close the door. I have a little puppy who is naughty, who won't come inside even though it's raining out, and it's driving me nuts because I'm going to go have to chase him in the rain afterwards. I joined Zyia Active in August of 2018. I am a registered nurse, and I always joked around that I was always in comfy clothes. Whether I was working at the hospital, I'd be wearing the scrubs, of course, and then because you had to, and then I was, before or after the hospital, immediately change into comfy clothes. Now, when I say comfy clothes, I mean it could be like jogger clothes, but I still didn't wear pants, like blue jeans, very often. I definitely wore them more than I do now, but I was mainly wearing leggings, and I was always searching for like the best leggings, and was always coming up disappointed prior to Zyia. I got invited to a party with somebody, the representative. I didn't know her, so that's amazing, you guys. You meet so many new people. So I didn't know the representative that had the party. I knew the person that hosted. I bought a pair of leggings. I was super impressed. I got in touch with the representative, or she got in touch with me. Either way, and I was like, these leggings are amazing. Is your, like, all your clothes is amazing? She's like, yeah. And I believed her because she just seemed like a good soul, and she is a good soul. And so I just kind of jumped all into the opportunity very shortly after hearing about it, and only purchasing 1 pair of leggings because I was so impressed. If any of you was your first time purchase, was a black pocket light and tight, write that in the comments, because it's always the black pocket light and tights that gets us all. I don't know how many Zyia Active reps are there, but that have started with that, but I would say 99% of us will say it all started with a pair of black pocket leggings. There was a time period where all of our black leggings were out of stock, that like a year after I joined or something like that. So if you joined then, it didn't start with that. But all right, so I was full time in the recovery room when I first started Zyia Active. I was working long, crazy hours. Sometimes I'd be scheduled 36 and I'd be working like 52. I would be working holidays, night shifts. But the night shifts, they were on call, which is sometimes even worse because then you dread your phone ringing. My husband still says he hates my ringer because he's like, I think the hospital's calling you. So I was working crazy hours, mom of 2 young boys, and decided to take on this side hustle. And I worked this business in the nooks and crannies of my day and my days off, because as a nurse, you do get a day or 2 off during the weekdays, and then you get, most of the time you get your weekends too, at least in that job I did. We only worked 1 weekend a month. So I built up my business and I slowly just cut my hours at the hospital. As I was making more money in Zyia, I was able to work less at the hospital. And when I first started, it was for side money. We were having a hard time really making ends meet and being able to do fun things. We did okay. We paid our bills, it wasn't like we were struggling. But when I thought about, if something catastrophic happened, what would we do? I didn't really have a great answer for that. Same with, and we actually did have some, medical stuff happen. And if it wasn't for Zyia, I don't know where I'd be at with my oldest son, RJ. And so it really just started as being able to afford really cute clothes for myself, because I was always the mom that would buy clothes for my kids and not for myself. And it started with just being able to do more fun things with my kids, like go on little mini vacations with it. And it escalated to I am now full-time Zyia, and I just work at the hospital PRN. So if you are not familiar with hospital language, PRN means as needed. And so that means when they need extra staff, I give my time, and work at the hospital when they need it. And, I can work it into my schedule now, which is so amazing. So if there's no school, I don't have to worry about finding coverage for that, because I used to, not always be able to get, when there was no school, the hospital's still open, and we're still having surgeries, recovery room, and I'd still have to find somebody to watch my kids. And now I have the ability to work my Zyia full time and work that hospital schedule around when my kids' schedule are. So that's a really long story about me. Let's go into about the company and how we were founded and all that fun stuff. I feel like I'm talking longer than normal. So this might take a little bit longer than most of my chats, and I'm sorry. I try and keep it pretty quick. So the founders are the Bradley family. It was founded by Erin Bradley. I love her founding story. I'll actually try and post it tomorrow. I might have forgotten to link that in here. So I'll look it up and she can tell you about her amazing moonlit hike. So she went on this moonlit hike in Utah, moonlight. Sorry, tonight I'm struggling. Okay. And it was so empowering. It was a bunch of women. She barely knew a lot of them. She was invited by, it sounded like one person, but they were hiking up this mountain. It was really pretty hard. They're snowshoeing, and everyone was so encouraging and empowering. And she's like, wow, this is amazing. I want to start a company that is just like this moment, where we are empowering and lifting each other up. And that is exactly what she did. And she talked to her husband, Jeremiah. They'd already been talking about starting a business, and she's like, activewear, that's what it is, and direct sales. They knew that was the industry they wanted to be in, because that's how you really empower women and men to, is the direct sales industry, especially because, a brick and mortar, you have to have all this huge down payment to open up a storefront, whereas in a direct sales company, you don't have to have that huge loan from the bank, right? So they're a Utah-based company. They were founded in Utah by this family, in their garage in their basement. You guys, the warehouse was the Bradleys' garage, and then their parents' garage, their basement, living rooms. The new representatives would come and pick up orders at the Bradleys' house. It is an amazing story of how they started in 2017 and how they've grown to where they are in an over 90,000 square foot building. So I guess I've never really been in something that's 90,000 square feet, so I can't really tell you. I can tell you, if you guys are in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and you're watching this video, the Amazon warehouse is much bigger than that. that. It's like 300,000 square feet, but like, so a third of that, but it's still insane the size of it. And so we are a debt-free company and founded on 4 pillars: activity, which, you know, goes with the activewear, but we don't have to be, you know, going to CrossFit every day. I honestly, there are a lot of Zyia reps that their activity is just being an active person, as in keeping up with their family. But staying active in general, you know, being active in your community. So community is another one. And then uplift is another pillar. And light. So I feel like all 4 of those are really something that really spoke to me, especially the light and the uplift in the community, especially in a time now with the pandemic. Having a community is amazing. The Zyia community of Zyia sisters, of representatives, but also the customers and the people you meet has just been such an amazing experience. So we're going to start with the basics, like questions, and then I really wish I could see the comments. Maybe there are no comments. If you are watching, oh, there are 3 comments. So it's funny because I can see that there are 3 comments, but my computer won't show it, and I don't know if I'm going to ruin my life. Maybe I can pull open my phone in a little bit and I can read the comments. So if you have questions, let me know. But we're just going to talk about the basics to start. How do you become a representative with Zyia Active? So you were invited here from another independent representatives. We are all independent representatives. When we sign up, we join with a starter kit. It's a standard starter kit price. When I first joined, there were 2 options. There's only 1 option now. In that starter kit comes 5 amazing staple pieces, meaning those pieces we're going to keep around for a while. Most of you, if you're in this group and watching, know that we're a boutique style shopping experience. So when you first join, you're not going to get 5 pieces that are going to be off of our website. So for example, this cute jacket I'm wearing, it's not a staple piece, so it's not in your starter kit because it's discontinued. And I love the boutique style shopping experience, but you want to have staple pieces that are be around forever or for a really long time, so you can sell that to your friends and you can show it off. So 5 staple pieces come in that starter kit for women, and then for men it varies from 5 to 7 because they don't have leggings and joggers, they just have joggers, so their pieces for the men's kit will vary. And so you also get a $100 gift card. So if you're like, you know, I think that's amazing that you get a $100 gift card to pick what you want. I never got that choice. I did not get to choose anything that was in my starter kit besides the sizes, which you do get to customize your 5 sizes, so that's awesome. And but you do not get to pick the 5 items, just like I didn't either. But I also didn't get a $100 gift card. So what's cool is that you guys can use that $100 gift card at your 25% off rep pricing, which I'll talk about later. So you're getting way more than, well, you're getting $125 worth of stuff then, or more or less depending on if you use that gift card a different way. And the items in the starter kit vary, but they're always staple items. They're typically leggings, joggers, tank top, bra, an all-star bra typically, and a hat. And sometimes the bra or tank will change too to a different tank, but it's typically the copper charge, which is a staple kit, and that came in my starter kit. Same with an all-star bra. Like, it's really, those are staple pieces. They've been around since the start of the company. So that's the how you join, is you purchase a starter kit with Zyia Active. Now there is a cool thing that if you were to host a party with the representative that joined here and you earn the host rewards, you can actually use the credits towards that. So if you were to host a party and your friends purchased $600 worth of stuff in the shopping link that your rep provided for your party, for you will get $65, and you can take that $65 and apply it towards the cost of the starter kit. The starter kit costs $295 plus tax and shipping. So I know that it's not as inexpensive as other direct sales company starter kits. So you got to think about what's in those starter kits versus what's in here. So like if you were to join a makeup business, they have pieces that are like, their mascara is, you know, $15 or $20. Your foundation is $20. Whereas with Zyia, your leggings are, you know, $65 and your joggers are $75. And so the pieces that you get in the starter kit, the retail value of the clothing is more than the cost of it, just like any other starter kit I've ever seen. It's always a good deal to get the starter kit, right? plus then you get the rep pricing. So you're going to get way more than what you pay for. You'll get over $330 worth of stuff, and you've paid $295 for it, and by stuff I mean really cute clothes. And then you'll also get $50 worth of business tools. So you can some catalogs in there, a little, getting started guide. It's awesome. So the next question that comes with, well, if I join, are there any fees, or are there any minimum requirements? Like, how do you have to do so much to stay an active rep? Like, do you have to order so much a month? And you guys, what's so amazing about Zyia is the minimums are so minimum. They're like barely there. Like, you could go multiple months without selling, without buying yourself, and you will still maintain the active rep status. And I think that's amazing. The minimum you need to do to maintain an active rep status is $300 within a 6-month period. If you're in Canada, it's a little bit higher because of the Canadian conversion, but I don't think we've invited, not that I do want Canadian friends to join, I just don't think anybody in here is from Canada so far in this this group. But they could be. There is no monthly minimum, so every single month, you could go 000, and then you realize it's been 5 or 6 months since you ordered, and then order a 300. The 6-month time period is actually the calendar, January to June, and then July to December. So if you were to take some time off, you could still maintain your active rep status. There is a minimum to receive a paycheck. So if you come into this business and you're planning on making money, which a lot of us are, but some of us just joined for the discount. So that's a $200 in the month to get that paycheck that month. So if you sell $200, you get a paycheck, and if you sell $1,000, you actually get a bump up in how much that paycheck is. So I will go in how do you make money in a different scenario, but that's just another minimum to think of. And then there is the other question that I just said I would answer is the fees. And there is a fee if you are not selling actively over 600 in that given month. Then there is a $15 membership fee, because that, you guys, what's amazing is the next question that I have on here is, do you need to carry an inventory? And the answer is no, you do not need any inventory besides your starter kit to get started. And that is what I had for a really long time. I had very minimal pieces, and I was very successful, and I slowly got an inventory. I've been in the company for almost 3 years, so I have a pretty big inventory now. But you do not need an inventory. So the $600 minimum for that in that month, that's so you get a free website. But if you just pay $15, if you're not going to sell 600 that month, then you just pay $15 that month. That website is so amazing, because you don't have to do any packing, any shipping, any delivering. People, you just direct them to your website. Here's my website. I mean, I don't know how many times I go out in the world, grocery store, church, wherever you're going to go, and I get a comment oh, that's a cute top. Oh, those are cute joggers. Oh, I love those leggings. And you're like, thanks, I sell it. Here's my website. Okay. So you have a website you direct them to and they purchase from. You don't have to be like, oh, thanks, what size are you? I'll order it for you. It'll be here next week. I'll deliver it to you. You just have a website that Zyia maintains. It's so amazing. Okay. So you do not need an inventory. I will give you more information about my inventory. I slowly accumulated it. So let's talk about how I slowly accumulated and what is the discount, okay? So the discount, when you sign up, automatically you get 25% off. That is your perk of being a Zyia active representative, is you get a discount of 25% off everything. But most representatives don't do that. What they do is a little bit different. They do what I do. Okay, my goal every single month is to sell $1,000, which is a question, how do I make money? Every single month my goal is to hit over $1,000 in sales, because there's a commission bump. You get 28% if you're just at the first level, or sorry, depending on your rank of what it is. But most people, it's 28% commissions, okay, if you sell over 1,000. So 28% is better than 25%, right? We don't need to have a math major to know that math. And so I purchase my stuff at full retail, because guess what? If I purchase my own sometimes I do. If I purchase it at that, it's 28%. And then if I purchase it in a party link where I'm the host, I'm going to get free and half off stuff for myself. Okay. So you accumulate host rewards for yourself. So not only do you guys, as a representative, get a discount if you want that. So you will not get host rewards if you use your discount. What you could do is you could get a bigger amount, 28%, like I do, when I sell over 1,000, and then get free and half off stuff. So think about that. How awesome is that? Now you don't have to do that. That sounds way too confusing. You don't want to deal with that. Don't do it. That's what's awesome. You own your own business when you're sign up as a Zyia Active representative. So that's just a little piece of it. When you were to, if you were to join, your representative that you joined under is going to walk you through everything, and it is actually way more simpler. Like, it's super simple. It's super awesome. Like, how cool is it to earn commissions and to earn host rewards? I think it's pretty cool. So most of the stuff that I have that's in my closet for inventory is actually I got it free and half off. So how cool is that? I didn't, like, the inventory I accumulated, I didn't have to pay all that much for. Okay, so how do representatives sell? Like, you know, as far as that goes, it's so simple. Like I said, I go to the grocery store or wherever, you see a friend, an old friend you haven't seen for a while, you know, they ask you what you've been up to. You tell them you're an activewear representative. I mean, whether it's your side hustle or your full-time hustle, you tell them that's what you've been up to in your free time, if it's your side hustle. And then you direct them to your website and they shop. So that's one way. It's like, it's called social selling, you guys. You can post your outfits on Facebook. Another way, this is our most common way, is we are a party-based company. So you get those host rewards when people host parties. They get them, right? So you ask your friends, ask your neighbors, ask whoever is interested in they can get free and half off Zyia by hosting a party, and then you get your sales. So that's the most common way. And I would say the most common way for people on my team has been on Facebook for parties. But I have people who have done Instagram parties that are on my team, and I personally done them. Zoom parties. You could do in-home events. I have gone to gyms before. I have gone to trade shows, like vendor events. Like, the sky's the limit, you guys. You can even set up shop in a boutique. There's just certain rules about it, which, you know, I can answer about that, but I think that's really cool that you could even go in a boutique. So it's really awesome. You just cannot, the rules are pretty much like you can't go on eBay and sell it on eBay or Etsy or any kind of places like that. But you can create a private Facebook group and like social sell all you want, and it's amazing. So I already kind of answered how do you make money, but I just want to give you a little bit more information about that. So if you sell over $200 in a given month, you get a paycheck that is 20% sales. Of the sales. So if you sell $200, you get a paycheck for $40. If you were to hit $1,000 in sales in that month, you bump up your commissions to 28%. So if you sold 1,000, your paycheck would be 2,800. So if you sold 2,000, sorry, did I say 2,800? I meant 280. That'd be, you can't make more than you sold. Not on the personal sales level. Okay. Now, if you were to sell 2,000, you would make, what is the math? 560. Okay. So you can see how you could easily make a couple hundred a month just if you're selling $1,000. You have people who host parties. You've made a couple hundred a month. How awesome is that? It's, in my opinion, pretty easy to do. If you're hosting, if your friends are willing to host parties for you and you're doing parties, like, it's awesome and it's so easy. So another way you can make money, and it kind of goes with the next one, is can I build a team? Or even some people even say, do I have to build a team? And absolutely you can build a team. I personally am under the, like, why wouldn't you want more people to like come and join you in this awesome business? You guys, the activewear industry is only going up, 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 up. Okay, direct sales, the time of amazing growth, I wrote this down. Exponential growth in direct sales company happens. There's a sweet spot with companies sometime between their 36 and 72 months, and we are right at 48 months. So we're in the exponential. The other thing great right now is that everyone's working from home and wearing comfy clothes, and the activewear industry is exponentially growing. So Zyia is like a small sliver in the current activewear like puzzle piece that we're only going to grow bigger in that, as far as there's just huge exponential growth. So it's Oh, so you can build a team and you can, I'm sorry, I got like sidetracked. What question was I answering? So you can build a team and your team, you can earn commissions off of them. And it's definitely, it's called residual income, you know, so, and also it helps you rank advance. And when you rank advance to a certain level, you do get 33% off of your personal sales too. So you do make more money off your personal sales and then you're making money off of your team. And so it's pretty awesome that you were able to do that. And that PayPen info is all right on the same website where you would join. So if you want to know the breakdown of the compensation plan, and I will post that tomorrow. So I would say that a question I've been getting recently, the very last one I want to answer, because I think I've answered almost all of the most frequently asked questions, and it's about the time to be done. And I'll check and pull up my Facebook and see if I can see any comments. Is people will say to me, like, do you feel like it's oversaturated? Like, I know so many Zyia reps now, or, you know, I'm getting invited to a lot of parties. And I tell people that it's like the phenomenon, and I can't think of what it's called, but Bobby just bought a truck. He bought a white Dodge Ram 1500. He loves it, okay? But you want to know what's funny? Is my kids today on a short 15-minute drive counted how many white trucks they saw on the way home, and they stopped counting at like 18. Ethan got to 18. RJ said he got to 26. I don't know what the discrepancy was, but that's the phenomenon where when you start paying attention to it, you notice it. So it is not oversaturated. It is not like everyone is having parties. I can't have my friends host parties because they've, you know, I'm not going to have a good party. You're just paying attention to it now. You put on those rose-colored glasses, and now all you're seeing is rose, okay? Take off the glasses, and I promise you, I have parties all the time where people have never heard of Zyia Active before. People have maybe heard of it, but never tried it. Like, it is amazing. So we live in a Zyia bubble if you become a Zyia addict. And so you start seeing Zyia everywhere. You see the Zyia leggings at the gym more often now, definitely, than before. But that's because they are becoming more popular, which makes it easier to sell. I will also add one more thing, is that it's easier for me to get sales in parties. The fact that there is some brand recognition now compared to when I started in 2018, I had to do so much convincing in my parties. I promise you, this stuff is as amazing as I make it seem, you know? And now people who've heard of it, or at least have like one friend that said, oh yes, I have Zyia leggings, I love them. You know, that brand recognition is so huge in your sales. And if you are, you know, honest and trustworthy and provide great customer service, you will have people that will want to buy from you and host for you. And, you know, you just have to put yourself out there and tell people that you did this thing. So that's kind of it as far as that goes. But I did want to, because I've had a couple of people ask that question about, so let me see if I'm gonna, oh, that's awkward. I see you. Okay. I don't see any questions. And if you have any, I don't think that it can, like, it's super delayed on here. So just put your questions in the comment section and I will write my answers to it. Remember, you were invited here by whoever thought you might be interested in hearing more about this. And that's the person that you go back to at the end of this video. You don't come back to me unless you have questions. I can absolutely answer your questions. You can send me a personal message, but you would always go back to the person who is talking to you about this opportunity and ask, you know, and you can ask them questions and then join their team and they will guide you through this. We have some amazing training resources to get you jump started. And so that's why the title of the group is Why Zyia? And we want you to more ask yourself, why not? I will tell you, it's completely transformed my life. If you still want to watch for like one more minute, I'll tell you I went to work the other day and it was a little slower. And I got to see a lot more people than typical. And my boss even came up to me and she goes, Sarah, this conversation, I remember it 1 year ago today, where you called me on like a Saturday, because I did call her on a Saturday, and said you were not going to go to the ICU. You had to make this decision for your family, and you couldn't go to the ICU during the pandemic, and you needed to be home with your children. And that you told me you had this little business that you were doing, and you were going to see if that should be enough, and you could see what you could do with that. And she's like, did you imagine that you wouldn't have to come back to work, that you could make it work? And I truly believe that I could do it and make it work. And I think that that is something of a belief thing and a faith thing. It was my faith in the business and this company and how amazing it is. Yeah, it's transformed my life. A year ago, I made the decision to go full-time Zyia and go PRN at the hospital, and I'll never look back because it's changed my family's life forever. So it may be a little bit emotional when she brought that up, but I was actually kind of busy at the time, so now that I replay that in my mind, it makes me so emotional. So it was a really hard time for everyone a year ago, if you put yourself a year ago. So maybe in a year, if you join Zyia, you'll say, wow, I never thought I would be here a year later, and look at where I'm at. So, all right, thank you so much for joining. I will try and answer all your questions tonight if you have any, but some people watch this on the replay. I'll try and keep up and answer them as I go along, or the representative or a different representative might answer your question. We are all here to help. We're all sisters. We're all a community. We love each other. We love you. So you might have somebody else answer your question too, and that's really awesome. So have a great night. Thank you for listening to me, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.